Hey everyone, RemanX here. We're going to talk about the Infinity Watch. Actually, we're calling this the Infinity TCH team because there's no AW, Adam Warlock. No, all right, whatever. Leave me alone. The idea behind this team is, will they function without it? And so if you're looking at my team, you'll notice that I brought them up to reasonable levels here. I'm not going crazy. I want to showcase them slowly building and accomplishing tasks that we kind of hope that they will do inside the game. So the first thing we're going to talk about is, well, how did I get Moondragon? And why did I get Moondragon? And should you get Moondragon? And we're going to go into that right now because there's some conjecture and some, well, just history. If history repeats itself, you might want to get Moondragon now. So let's talk about it, guys. So first things first is we have this math here, and we're going to talk about the difference here. So there is a 6 to 180 orb, the Blitz orb. So when it's featured in the Blitz, you'll see this orb. So when a new character comes to the game, there's an offer for them. Think Colleen Wing, Misty Knight. They had the orb because they were a Blitz character, and you could pull anywhere from 6 to 180 shards. And this is the approximate value of them. And then we're gonna skip this here. We're gonna come back to this, and then we're gonna say this is conjecture. We're looking at two very specific instances, the most recent and the last Unity orb. And they were both what are called Blitz milestones. And so what that means is their orb was earned as you blitzed. You had a random chance to get multiple shards or multiple shards to open up an orb. And if you open up the orb, you had a chance to get the featured character at either 5 or 8. I think 3 as well. So drop rates on those aren't great. And they're sold in stores for 400 cores. Probably don't even know it. And so the problem we have is twofold. It's really expensive to max a character this way. And so a lot of the Krakens like to max characters as soon as they get them, because showcasing this team at its full power will be devastating in Arena. They're already showing amazing things right now. So again, this is where the conjecture comes in. This is the best way to whale out on an orb. Now, again, remember that you're probably going to be able to get a 4-star from blitzing. So your blitz activity will probably net you a 4-star. And if you guys are saying, well, how about a 5-star? Probably not. You'd have to get extremely lucky, and even then, the stars would have to align in a very special place for you to get a 5-star. So don't expect that from this event. That's only from the campaign events, which is 5 levels event. We'll talk about that in a minute. So here is the issue at hand. If we're looking at over here, you'll see we have the you'll see that there is the Moondragon is currently featured in the gold store. And so just so you guys know, she is always in this slot at 10 for 800. And so the actual cost is less if you're going to Kraken on them, as long as there's no 60 or 180 shard orb. Problem is, there have been instances when this Blitz milestone event appeared and they were available. Specifically anti-venom. So you can look at Red Guardian Moon Knight as the most recent evidence of this, as the Blitz milestone orb, and just know that they weren't available to buy outside of that 400 core offer. And so if you wanted to max those characters, you had to go full Kraken mode. Now, there were plenty of other offers to supplement that. So if you want to max her out early on and you're going to Kraken, it may be better value. Remember, this is the cost per shard. It's broken down for you here. Even if you're refreshing a store, it doesn't affect the cost per shard that much. It is more expensive. Obviously, if you're trying to get 200 shards, you're going up to you're going up a significant amount of cores, 1200 cores, compared to what you're doing at the base level. So just check that. So it's very interesting that they have this as a brand new method to acquire a character. And we're going to showcase you guys some footage. So I'm going to showcase just a really quick RTA match. We'll see. It's a random chance. We're bringing in this squad. We're actually feeding Moondragon with Star-Lord to get an earlier ult off, to get defense down on earlier. it may not matter. Most of the characters are dead anyway. This team is pretty crazy. We'll see if we get matched up with an RTA and see if it's worthwhile. And then we're going to showcase you some footage of Halfsend Tony facing a Black Order, using some mix and match of the team, and with some interesting results. So take a look at this already. We've got 2 legendary characters. This is not going to go well for them. So right off the bat, because we have Moondragon here, they're going to get empowered relatively early. So she gets empowered, and with the extra damage here, we're going to try to just kill Magneto with the assist. Now, you're going to see my ISO selection. We're going to talk about that. That triple tap is pretty much all you need. And, well, that's all she wrote, guys. It's over. This team is shaping up to be very, very powerful. Even without Adam Warlock, they're going to be functional. The only thing they're going to be missing with Adam Warlock is Safeguard, a couple of early ability blocks, and the ability to really work inside of a mirror match extremely well. You'll have more damage windows and opportunities, but remember, you're still going to have a craziness of the res mechanic from both Gamora and Nebula. So if you guys don't know, we're going to showcase Tony. So if you guys haven't checked out Halfsend Tony, I'm going to have both his Twitch links and his YouTube links up here. But he's a 30k punch-up on Black Order. Now, a lot of the power is locked behind Kestrel and Silver Surfer, but it's just kind of a safeguard. He was just taking a look at turn order. You're going to see how quickly they just delete characters from the Black Order. So the entirety of this video, guys, will be made available to you guys in the comments. Take a look at the video at the end over here. Definitely take a look at a lot more testing. Tony's part of my testing crew. He's going to help us test ISOs. He's going to help us test all these new characters. And we're going to talk about his journey to the game that started a little over a year ago. 504 days in the game. And so you guys can see how his account has grown, and he's also in my alliance. So definitely something we want to showcase here. So let's go into this team here. And so from the Infinity Watch, I want you guys to take one thing away. They're a work in progress. We don't have Adam Warlock. We got to see how they work in the mirror match. And be careful, because if you're investing high levels of ISOs in characters, we want to make sure we lock them in. So we'll talk a little bit about why I made certain selections for now and why I probably will lock them in later on. So we're going to talk about Gamora, and specifically with Gamora, Stryker, she does have has the empowered bleed from her basic mechanic, and will show up on the assist mechanic. More importantly, on the Stryker as well. So probably an easy choice there. There really isn't much doubt on that. Nebula for me is the perfect skirmisher, in that when she starts getting ISO level 5, remember guys, we're going to be evaluating them at ISO level 5 because you don't want to make these changes. We're going to be locking in skirmisher for her just to get the assist on every turn. And you notice I've done her passive. I've done the passive here to get the extra speed bar fill on empowered. These are all keys that made me choose them. So I had to double check, just like I do, or you should do with it when you have characters that have multiple forms, thinking Thanos, Phoenix, and others. Like Gamora here, those are the big differences. So with the assist, the next piece of the puzzle is Phyla-Vell. And Phyla-Vell actually has a lot of great characters. See, I pulled 6 red stars. Boy, was I excited. And the Avatar of Oblivion is actually pretty cool. It is increased drain, and this is why we're going to talk about why I think I'm locking these in, and the 10% damage bonus. So really, really interesting. They're predominantly going to have death proof, and that's something that both they can steal in mirror matches and get from Adam Warlock and Phyla-Vell and other characters when they hit certain thresholds. So something important, especially in mirror matches, they can steal them from each other. You have to be aware of that when you're fighting it. So preparing for the mirror match, I made Moondragon a skirmisher, or a striker. And the main reason why I made her a striker is for the triple tap. The idea is, even if you're not getting amazing damage, the damage window is going to be very, very small. Now, you can talk about the crit because there might be multiple characters, but you kind of want to focus single characters down, because if you get a character both to a certain threshold on an AoE with a crit or an accidental crit or an incidental extra bonus damage from the Raider at the level 5 ISOs, you might not be able to control that burst element. So the extra attack is a targeted attack. There are currently no AoEs from the striker attack. And so that helps you put that burst so you can focus down a character to that 50% threshold, potentially only have to deal with their specific bonuses if there is any left. That being said, with the 50% drain, they're getting a lot of healing, so the healer just didn't seem very impactful. And the main reason why I didn't choose healer on this is because the ISO healer is going to potentially cause an issue, and we have to take a look at it because we just don't know for sure, but we're going to talk about the full regeneration. So specifically, this team, when Adam Warlock is present, is going to be able to take advantage of regeneration. So in the mirror match, it's going to make your opponent potentially more powerful. So ISOs here, they feel really good with the triple tap. It is something that takes a little bit of extra actions, but you can see just from the footage how many times they were able to assist each other. So, a couple things from this video. If you're a Kraken, if we think those cores are not in the 6 to 180 shards, it's probably a value to get her through this way. More importantly, if we are if we're talking about just overall like farming, we do know that people are going to power these up. This is going to be the arena team. Be prepared to spend some cores and money getting them if you want to max them out early on. Get about a 5-star from Philovel's campaign event if you have the core saved up. You can get about a 4-star max again from Moondragon. That's the big difference. All right, guys. I do think so. You don't have to. And Moondragon is surviving on the field of combat because those early evades that she's getting from Nebula, and so she makes the team more viable because she empowers Gamora faster, and they just keep destroying. Anyway, love you much. Check you soon.